Hi, and in today's video we're gonna be installing Ubuntu version 22.10, Leo Dango. So yeah, let's get into this. And before we begin, I have a Discord server, so if you want to daily me out inside of my general chat, go ahead and join. You can also join if you like counting in cursed ways, because I have a weird counting channel. So in the last video, we've installed Arch Linux. And it was a bit of a painful experience since this thing does not have enough memory to run the desktop environment. Today we're installing Ubuntu, and since this is a bit of an older distribution, I think it may just run well. So let's go ahead and turn this on and see if we can install. Now, excuse me because it's complete darkness, I can't see where F12 is. Try and install Ubuntu Budgie. So it identifies itself as Ubuntu Budgie, but it should be Ubuntu. At least that's from what it said on the website, so let's hope everything seems to work. So now you can see the Ubuntu loading screen. So we're actually starting in. Okay, so the Linux distribution so far is actually smoother. Okay, so let's install Ubuntu. All your usual stuff, so we're going to continue with defaults. I think I'm going to go for, let's just go ahead and install third-party software since this thing uses a proprietary internet drivers, so we're gonna have to turn that on, otherwise we won't get download updates after installing Ubuntu. I'll turn that off. We're gonna go ahead and continue with normal installation. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and write the disk and continue. This is meant to be SATA, but it detected it as SCSI, so we're just gonna go ahead and continue. And let's install and continue. Alright, so even if I have internet, it thinks I am in New York, so we're going to go ahead and put it into roughly, well, not Berlin. Can I type my freaking location here? Well, I can if it just isn't delayed by like 2 seconds. Alright, so let's just enter my name. Alright, let's turn on login automatically and let's continue. Recommended by experts, the Ubuntu team experts. Ubuntu is currently the best operating system based in Linux, not on Linux, just in Linux and lowercase Linux, by the way, also surpassing any version of Windows, which is true. Ubuntu is an Ubuntu-based distribution now featuring the Budgie desktop environment, being designed with the modern user in mind and the Ubuntu customization. Budgie focuses on simplicity and elegance. Choose from the variety of profile pictures to be the prettiest Ubuntu user. Are all of them anime cat girls? No, I see furries too. This is amazing. This is beautiful. With Firefox already installed, Ubuntu has everything you need to browse the web. Ubuntu also includes Chromium pre-installed. With Ubuntu, you can continue coding with your favorite text editors. We've got Visual Studio Code, Sublime Text, and Gedit. That's amazing. The Gedit is amazing. Alright, enjoy your music and anime. We've got Spotify VLC and Rhythmbox. So, yeah, one is for music, the second one is for videos, and the last one is music, but also non-free. Why do you have Spotify pre-installed? APT, what is that? Say goodbye to searching the web. You're using APT for a software. With GNOME software, so it has GNOME software obviously. If Budgie is based on GNOME, then it's likely that it's gonna have GNOME software on it. Enjoy the last movies. You mean the latest? Jujutsu Kaisen 0. And we've got the lore of these movies, which I guess it's cool. I don't even know if they're movies. Whatever. Next. And that's it. That's just the entire thing. Alright, and the installation is complete, so we can now reboot our computer. And now we're booting into Ubuntu actually installed. Alright, so Ubuntu Welcome is not supported somehow. You can stop install a bunch of browsers, I guess. We're gonna go ahead and like go for the typing customization. So you can open up the Budgie desktop settings and stuff like this. And so in Budgie you can change a bunch of settings, and over here you can actually like play with them. Like this. I'll leave them default. And the Budgie control center, which is like GNOME settings, but this is just renamed GNOME settings. Alright, let's change the background to something more pretty. Beautiful. A new version of Ubuntu is available. We'd like to upgrade later. We even have a cat version of Ubuntu. Let's explore this more. So over here, keyboard shortcuts. I guess they have a list of keyboard shortcuts you can use. This also exists on Windows. Another section is drivers. So you can actually open up the additional drivers section here, which will eventually open up, and it will find drivers. You can also go ahead and configure FZX. And you can also input other, I guess, languages than just English. Optional tasks. You can configure backing up, you can configure firewall and users. Alright, so not only there is actually like updates, there's also a new release of Ubuntu. This is probably based on Ubuntu 22.04, which means that we can actually do release upgrade to install a newer version. And that's funny, it runs NeoFetch when you try to open the terminal, and everything's pain. So I guess I'm gonna update, right? Alright, so we've got issues already because the public key is not available. So Spotify is not being not installed. Like it's installed, but it won't update. Alright, so let's explore all the applications we have here. We have 5 pages. So I guess we got the 2048 tile, which is like a classic game that I always. You've got backups, you've got drivers, additional advanced network configuration, archive manager. I think these are clear. Discord comes pre-installed, although if I try to launch it, it will fail to launch because of the version being too old. Fonts Manager, ebook editor, and ebook viewer. LibreOffice is pre-installed. BitTorrent comes pre-installed. Steam comes pre-installed. That's about it, a few terminals, and let's now actually try and upgrade the system because I'm interested in the latest software. Put this on full screen because this will be a pretty big upgrade. Now we're downloading 608 packages. Alright, so since I didn't change the configuration, I'm just gonna go ahead and say yes to all of these. Alright, so the system now updated. I'm just gonna reboot real quick. And alright, this is Ubuntu. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in another one. Bye!